YouTubers, Mike Martin's here with the Mike Martins channel, guys. Thanks for joining me and being part of the channel. I want to wish everybody a happy Tuesday. And Amerifornia is coming to America or to a state near you in America or a small town. No one could run, no one could hide because Amerifornia is coming. Check the link above. What is Amerifornia? What does Amerifornia mean? And there's many videos on this channel after the new president-elect Joe Biden was selected as president or selected for presidency of the United States of America. So it's very important and very, from my experience of following the Commonwealth and what's happening abroad and what is coming to America. So this is very important. Who will be the biggest losers from Biden's tax hikes? Okay, there it is, guys. Well, here it is. Let's scroll through to the most important parts right here. National Economic Council Deputy Director, Biden's tax this way. In an interview on Bloomberg TV, the president believes strongly that the biggest corporations and those folks who have done extremely well over the last several decades should pay a bit more. Biden's campaign proposal provides a preview of what it might look like. So it goes into here, then it goes into the recent analysis tax notes of chief economist Martin Sullivan. 33 of the 100 largest U.S. companies might be on the hook for Biden's 15% minimum tax, including giants like AT&T and NVIDIA. Is that NVIDIA? NVIDIA, Adobe, JP Morgan Chase, and Target. Although those 33 companies would owe an extra $20 billion each year if that new tax were enacted by itself. Though Sullivan's notes that the ultimate effect of the minimum tax would probably be smaller than that, since there is likely to come along other corporate tax hikes. So here, let's move on. So companies manufactured abroad will be hit by it. So here it is. Those penalties could include levying 10% offshoring structs on income from production goods and services produced overseas but sold in the U.S. by American companies. Fossil fuel companies, as part of a tax, so they want to go with this Green New thing, this Green New Deal. It's going to pretty much bankrupt carbon credits. Remember, Donald Trump said to the Paris Accord, get lost. We're not carbon credits and taxes and carbon tax. Canada went ahead with it, and Australia and all these other countries went ahead with it. I pay $150 carbon tax on my gas to heat my home a month. So that happens. So that's been happening, and it's going to impoverish and bring in Amerifornia quicker. So Amerifornia is 4 or 5 years behind of the rest of the Commonwealth. Now that Amerifornia is coming in, it's going to be very interesting how they're going to fast forward America to catch up to Australia, Canada, New Zealand, UK, and all those other countries that speak English. So fossil fuel companies. So there it is right there. Now, this is the most important one. Well, pharmaceutical, I couldn't care less. They just like to treat problems instead of solving, So this is the one I want to talk about, real estate. Biden wants to roll back some tax preferences he has described as unproductive and unequal. Okay, for real estate investors with income over $400,000, many have speculated that this includes the elimination of the 1031 like-kind exchanges, which allow investors to postpone federal capital gains tax on a property by exchanging that property for another one, combined with the estate tax provision known as stepped-up basis at 1031 exchange can allow a real estate family to permanently avoid gains taxes. So there it is right there. And I wanted to talk about big banks too. Unsurprisingly, big banks could see the new tax penalties. Biden has proposed introducing a new fee liabilities financial firms with more than $50 billion in assets to help raise revenue for the government while discouraging banks from borrowing too much. This might be a kind of a good thing, but banks are lending on bad debt swap buybacks. So the bank goes to the Fed and says, well, this guy's not paying his auto loan and we can't get the money out of him. Here, give us that bad debt. We'll swap it and give you 10 times more what he can't pay. And that's what's happening. And this is why we're falling apart through the seams. Pass-through business. So Biden has a strong proponent of tightening taxes on pass-through businesses, which are entities that are not subject to corporate income tax because of their profits. So people that are not allowed to be running a business, or if it's a chartered corporation out of another country, so they're not paying taxes in America and stuff. A lot of the big corporations here in Canada are based out of America, so they don't pay the horrendous taxes that we pay in Canada. I'm a small business owner. The amount of taxes we pay here is just absolutely horrendous, phenomenal, that you would never believe. Biden wants to scale back those earnings for more than $400,000 per year. Then $400,000 per year. The Section 199A deduction pass-through income, which was created by Trump's 2017 tax cut law that allows taxpayers to deduct 20% of certain pass-through business income. That deduction is set to expire after 2025 anyway. The rolling it back would raise $143 billion in revenue over the next decade, the Tax Policy Center found. So there it is. It's part of the big tax regime here that they're doing. So what is it going to do? What are they going to do? Well, America needs to fast forward big time to catch up to Canada. I'm going to maybe show you what's happening here in Canada if you're in the United States. Toronto real estate prices rise more than half of the median wage in a month. So our real estate here has gotten so, because we've been bringing in a lot of wealthy Chinese investors to buy up our real estate, like kind of what happened to you guys in Seattle and New York and Oregon and California. Well, it happened to Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and the UK, and these countries were competing. So what you make, so basically what the average Canadian makes, basically in half a month, prices rose more than half the median wage in a month. So what you make half in a year, in half of a year, is what went up in a month in real estate. That's to sum it up. That's how bad it's gotten. And Amerifornia basically means unaffordability across the country, houses to go to the moon, GDP to be dependent on real estate, the fire industry, like real estate, insurance, all that stuff, brokers and all that stuff. It's going to get really bad real fast, guys. And I don't even know, how to bring this out. I mean, I just hope Amerifornia can get out there and people can start using the word and getting it out there because, I've been talking about it for a while now. This channel gets no traction, so hopefully somebody could pick it up. Or hopefully there's a channel out there that will allow me to come on and explain Amerifornia and explain how it's going to be so detrimental to Americans, and Americans need to wake up to this. So if you're living in the States, please share this video, get this out there. This is going to be a fast-forward course for you guys. This is a little fast-forwarding they need to do to catch up to the rest of the Commonwealth. God bless. Thanks for watching. Mike Martins here. I have spoken.